Before I read the letter I wrote this morning in response to what happened between myself and Governor Christie yesterday, I just wanted to take a second to thank all the thousands of teachers that have showed me so much support, especially my brother and sister badass teachers. Dear Governor Christie, yesterday I took the opportunity to come hear you speak on your campaign trail. I have never really heard you speak before except for sound bites that I get on my computer. I don't have cable. I don't read newspapers. I don't have enough time. I'm a public school teacher that works an average of 60 hours a week in my building. Yes, you can check with my principal. I run the after-school program along with my classroom position. I do even more work when I am at home. For verification of this, just ask my children. I asked you one simple question yesterday. I wanted to know why you portray New Jersey public schools as failure factories. Apparently that question struck a nerve. When you swung around at me and raised your voice, asking me what I wanted, my first response was, I want more money for my students. Notice that I did not ask for more money for me. I did not ask for my health benefits, my pension, a raise, my tenure, or even my contract that I had not had for nearly 3 years. We got into a small debate about how much money has been spent on education. To me, there is never enough money spent on education. To invest in education is to invest in our future. We cannot keep shortchanging our children and taking away opportunities for them to explore and learn. As more money is required for state-mandated curriculum changes and high-stakes standardized testing, it is our children that are losing. Programs are being cut all over the state as budget changes are forcing districts to cut music, art, after-school transportation, and youth-centered clubs. But let's put money aside for a moment. What do I want? What do we people want? We want to be allowed to teach. Do you know that the past 2 months have been spent of our time preparing and completing paperwork for the student growth objectives? Assessments were created and administered to our students on material that they had not even been taught yet. Can you imagine how that made us feel? The students felt like they were worthless for not having any clue how to complete the assessments. The teachers felt like horrible monsters for not having to make the students endure this. How is that helping the development of the child? How will that help them see the value of their own self-worth? This futile exercise took time away from planning and preparing meaningful lessons as well as the time spent in class actually completing the assessments. The evaluations have no statistical worth and have even been recognized as such by the New Jersey Department of Education. I am all for evaluation of a teacher. I recognize that I should be held accountable for my job. This does not worry me, as long as I am evaluated on my methods of teaching. I cannot be held wholly accountable for the learning growth of a student when I am not accountable for all of the factors that influences this growth. Are you aware that poverty is the biggest determination of a child's educational success? If not, I suggest you read Diane Ravitch's new book, Reign of Error. Take a moment, become enlightened. Getting back to the issue of money, I am fully aware of our educational budget. Where is all this money? To me, it seems like it is being siphoned right off into the hands of private companies as they reap the benefits of the charter schools and voucher programs that have been put into place. It certainly hasn't gone to improve school conditions in urban areas such as Jersey City. The conditions that these students and teachers are forced to be in are horrifying, yet you are not allowing the funds needed to improve these conditions. Are you hoping that these schools get closed down and more students are forced to go to private charter schools while the districts are being forced to pay their tuition? I know for a fact that this has happened in Camden, Newark, yet these charter schools are not held to the same accountability as our public schools. Why is that? Perhaps it is because deep down you know that you are not really dealing with the issues that influence a child's education. You are simply putting a temporary band-aid into place. Unfortunately, the temporary fix is already starting to be exposed as charter schools are showing that they are actually not able to do a better job than public schools. You are setting up teachers to take the blame for all of this. You have portrayed us as greedy, lazy, money-draining public servants that do nothing. I invite you to come do my job for 1 week, Governor Christie. I invite you to come see my students. See how little they really have during the school day as they are being forced to keep learning for a single snapshot of their educational worth. For that one end-all, be-all test the New Jersey asks, the one that the future of my job and my life is now based upon. Why do you portray schools as failure factories? What benefits do you reap from this? Have you acquired financial promises for your future campaigns as you eye the presidential nomination? Have there been backroom meetings as you agree to divert public funds to private companies that are seeking to take over public educational system? This is my theory. To accomplish all of this, you are setting up the teachers to take the blame. Unfortunately, you are not the only governor in our country that has this agenda. What do we people want, Governor Christie? We want our schools back. We want to teach. We want to be allowed to help these children grow educationally, socially, and emotionally. We want to be respected as we do this, not bullied.